To possess the ability to take numerous, hundreds, or even thousands of words to put them together in a book that could captivate someone's mind, take them to another place, inspire them, enlighten them, make them laugh, and sometimes make them cry, is truly a gift. One that my next guest has, and she's here to share it with Brickhouse Talk today. Hi, Deontra. How are you today?
I'm good, Ramonda. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by Brickhouse Talk. And you're here today to share with us this wonderful book that you wrote. But before doing so, I would like for you to give my viewers a sense of you. Who is Deonta Woods?
Well, I am a mother of three. I have three children. Their names are Clint, Latrell, and Renee. I also have one grandson. His name is Kai. And in my spare time, I like reading, writing, bowling, and my newest hobby is cake decorating.
Nice. Cake decorating. Okay, so it's a hobby, I understand. So is it something that you're really good at, and how long have you been doing that?
I do okay.
Really?
And I've been doing it about a year.
And so it's only for family, or can we get a cake or something? A
Sure.
cupcake or something?
Yes, you sure can.
But okay, outside of that, where are you from? Are you from the Bay Area? Are you from Oakland? Where do you reside?
Yes, when I was young, we lived in LA. My mother moved us here when I was 9 years old, and I've been in Oakland since then.
Okay. There are so many different professions out there. What made you decide that you wanted to be an author?
Well, I decided early on that I wanted to become an author because I grew up with three brothers, and I needed to find peace from them and their nagging, and so I would write short stories and also poetry.
Nice. And so what age did you start writing that?
About 10. 10, yeah.
Now, do you still have some of your collections that you wrote? You know, do you go back and think about, oh man, I was going through this at 11 and 12?
Yes, yes, they're in my archives.
Really? You know, the reason why I said that, because my mother, she kept a journal when she was younger, and it's just amazing when I went back and I read some of the stuff, her passages that she wrote, what she went through as a young teenager. So that is something that I wanted to do, but I never had time to do. Yeah. Being a writer, I mean, there's so many different things that you can write about. What inspires you to write? Where do you get your inspirations from?
Life experiences sometimes. Just living in Oakland during the 80s and 90s, it really changed my life. I had a tragedy that happened in the late 80s, and from that tragedy, I started writing to express myself, to clear my mind, I guess, to create some mental space, to escape from what was actually going on.
I'm sure that some of your experiences, a lot of women or men can relate to.
Yes.
And do you find that things that you've written about, people say, oh girl, I went to the same thing, or what have you? Or do you actually go to your girlfriends and sometimes they may share something with you that you take and you put in your book? Is that how it works? 'Cause I'm just trying to get a feel on how you write.
Well, what I did is I took a little bit from family members and friends, and I incorporated that in the storyline. And so it's, even though it's fiction, you can kind of tell if you knew the family members that, oh yeah, that's so-and-so, or that's so-and-so, I can see that. And also because it's based in Oakland, some of the places are real and some aren't.
With anticipation, let's talk about this book. This book right here, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. First of all, let's start with the title. What made you name it Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It's Tracy's struggle. She went through blood, sweat, and tears to get where she is today, and Tracy is one of the characters in the book.
So how do you identify with Tracy?
I became Tracy writing the book. She's a very go-getter. She's a sister that knows what she wants in life and knows how to get it, and she gets it.
Tracy sounds like a brick house to me. You know, also I can't pass up by saying, who is this beautiful young lady on the cover?
Well, that's my middle child, Latrell. It's my daughter.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
Very pretty. All right, so we know that Tracy is a main character in the book, and also there's a gentleman by the name of Big Mike.
Yes.
Tell me about Big Mike.
Big Mike, well, he's a notorious drug dealer from Oakland, and he's married to Tracy.
And they have a young son.
They do. Little Mike.
And not giving away the story, what have you, Big Mike was living that lifestyle, and Tracy was affected about a lot of his decisions that he made.
Yes.
And I'm sure that this is a situation that's, really a reality.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure a lot of people can relate to the stories, but if you will, be so kind and share with us a passage from your book.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Okay, wonderful.
And I'll just read the synopsis off the back. Tracy Moore was a sexy, driven, and intelligent young woman from Oakland, California, who was married to Big Mike, one of the biggest and notorious drug dealers in town. Big Mike was known as a beast in the streets, but when at home with his lovely wife and small son, he was a loving father and husband. On one cold winter day, Big Mike was posted out the front of one of his many trap houses talking to Tracy through the window of her car when Tracy noticed a car coming up fast with a gun pointing out the window. Tracy screamed, "Gun!" Big Mike quickly reacted by pulling his own gun from his waist and firing on the car. Big Mike's top 4 goons, Clarence, Lynn, Big Will, and Earl, appeared from the trap house and immediately began firing on the car also. When the gunfire ended, Big Mike lay bleeding profusely from a severe chest wound. Big Mike eventually succumbed to the gunshot wound and died in the hospital. "Vengeance is mine," said the Lord, was a Bible verse that was ingrained in Tracy's mind from a young age. Vengeance was now hers, and she vowed to avenge Big Mike's death and make those responsible pay. Tracy eventually moved from her life with Big Mike into a brand new life where she opened her own recording studio, fell in love with the new man who adored her son, but something was wrong. Tracy was now being followed and stalked. Would it have something to do with the new man in her life, or would this be the evil echoes from her past?
Very, very interesting. Do I get a copy?
Yes, you did.
Is this my copy?
Yours is over in the back.
Deontra, what mode or what vibe do you have to be in to start writing? I always ask people that I interview that writes, authors, do you have to go away in some cabin or just seclude yourself in a room or, have a nice glass of wine? What gets you in the mood for writing?
Well, it's not something that I plan. Once it comes to me to write, I have to stop whatever I'm doing and just sit down and write. And my 8-year-old, I'm sorry, but there were a lot of times that Mommy just had to say, "I'm sorry, but just let me finish this one sentence and I'll get to you."
See, but I admire that because even though you have your occupation as a writer, you're still a mother. You're able to multitask and do both, and that's a beautiful thing. And then the ability to put your experiences or situations that you've heard from other people into a book that I know that's going to be a good seller. And with that said, I know that you've already had a book signing. Is there any more book signings to come for you?
Hopefully. I'm planning to do a couple more book events here in the Bay Area and also in the Stockton area where I live.
Well, please let us know because we would love to promote you on the website. And what about future projects? Any new books you're writing on? And no, take that back. How long did it take you to complete this one?
Woo! Let's see, 20 years? No. I started writing in 2007, and I put the book down. I just didn't feel it was my time to put it out there yet. So in 2011, I picked it back up, and here it is.
Yeah, here it is, you guys. You have to go out and get it. And where could someone find your book?
It's now being sold online at Amazon.com, Lulu.com, and also BarnesandNoble.com.
And can they also purchase it on the, now everything's electronic, e-readers and all that. Can you download it?
It's in PDF format, not e-reader format as of yet.
But coming soon. So is there anyone that you would like to send thanks to, any special acknowledgments?
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to interview. I do want to thank my children, God, most of all, yes. I would also like to thank my life coach and mentor, Jay, who was very active in this project. When I wanted to quit because I felt overwhelmed, he wouldn't allow me to. So thank you. And I would also like to thank all of my readers for giving me all the love and the support. Thank you.
Deontra, I can't say this enough. I think this is going to be a hit. And I can definitely see me playing Tracy on the screen.
Oh.
No, but seriously though, are you considering shopping this around for a movie?
Yes, I am. I am praying that someone will pick it up and make it into a movie.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I know, or even if not a movie, a play or something of that nature to definitely promote it more. You know, Brickhouse Talk, we're not only entertainment, but we're into sports as well. So, gotta ask you, you know, the Super Bowl and all that's coming up, what's your take on it?
Well, I just like the excitement of watching the game. I don't have a favorite football team, but I am a Lakers fan.
Oh, Lakers, Kobe Bryant fan.
Yes.
Really, he's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
He really is. And I understand you have some pretty famous people in your life, family members that are in the entertainment business as well.
Yes.
And you care to share with my viewers who that is?
My brother, Descarl, he was a member of Digital Underground, known by the name of Mac Dash, and also Money B. He's like a little brother to me.
And what's the famous Digital Underground song that we all like?
The Humpty Dance.
I mean, I can't remember, but I know something like that. But it has been a pleasure. You are a very, very talented young woman. I wish you much success with the book. You have to keep us in contact. Let us know what's going on. We would definitely want to come out and promote you any way that we can. And I cannot wait to bury my nose into this book, because when I do, I'm going to definitely give you feedback, and I know it's going to be good. And I encourage you all to go out and purchase Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You heard the synopsis. It's going to be one that you don't want to put down. And yeah, I'm sure there's going to be many, many more coming from you, and we can't wait.
Thank you.
So again, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by Brickhouse Talk. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. And I'm Ramonda Cutrer with www.brickhousetalk.com.